All right, YouTube, we're back. Oh, man, yesterday, long day. So, I started to make a video a minute ago, technically yesterday, but I couldn't think of the rear control arm bushings, which I'd replaced. And in that video, I talked about swapping oil pans to be the STI one, which that is this. I ended up dropping this header and letting it hang in the middle there. Had to undo it from the transmission, so I had enough room to like move this thing back and forth to shimmy that pan up there. But I also thankfully bought a Torque Solutions looking oil pickup screen for what I was going to replace on my XT, because the stock factory ones are known, because I guess they're brazed welded or something, that they'll break or crack. So I was going to replace it and put this pan on there, because it also has the straight pan in the front. It doesn't have this like smashed inside like the STI, the newer ones. I think the year after my red one got those types of pans. Anyhow, I was going to do a pan swap and a pickup swap on that, but I ended up thinking, oh, I can just swap pans on this. So I bought a cheap $40 one off of eBay and thought I'd put it on here, and not doing enough of my homework, realizing I needed also an STI pickup and the oil pan, because my stock one was making the pan sit not right. So after pulling my hair out, realizing it was the pickup, I went ahead and got the Torque Solutions pickup that I was going to use on the 04 engine and put it on this one, since I had to put this thing back together. And I semi bent up my original stock pan. Let me go back here, up my oil pan, trying to get it off because it was suctioned underneath there. So anyhow, on the side here you can kind of see where I used the pry bar, and it's kind of dented down pretty good. I didn't feel like smashing it out and then having to, undo all this stuff that's on the pan to make it seal again. So I was like, well, the new one is brand new, I've got to make it fit. This is another, so one of them is OEM Subaru and the other one's like a $40 one. This is the $40 one. I ended up using the OEM Subaru on this car. But I thought, well, maybe this pickup screen is hitting this thing, and I tried to, move this around a little bit, put a little, love tap on it to kind of flatten it out, and I realized that wasn't it. It was the whole pickup. So I went home and got the other pickup and put it on, bolted just fine. So I ended up using it on this engine, which I guess, it's not a bad deal, because considering my red car has that cylinder 4, basically a dead cylinder with zero compression, I'm not going to be putting that on that engine anytime soon. And I didn't film the thing yesterday while I was doing it, because partially frustration, but the other part of just getting darker. I was out here till about 9:30. So I've got the nice silver looking Torque Solution pickup screen, and then I moved my magnets that I had on the outside of the pan to the inside of the pan, which they're neodymium. I bought them that way. I bought neodymium because they are better than, I guess, your normal standard earth magnet or whatever to withstand heat. They don't lose their magnetism with extreme heat. So these neodymiums will be just fine. Looking at the pan, after the 25,000 miles that I've had on this engine, the stock one that I took off, there was really next to no wear inside there. I was really quite pleased at how little there was. I mean, every engine has, some metal shavings from just wear, but considering this was a, factory long block, rebuilt, and, letting the first 15,000 miles go for break-in, I was very pleased with what I saw stuck to the magnets. So one, I knew the magnets were doing their job, because they definitely had a little ring of, around them of just the metal, kind of clinging to the outline of the magnet. But each magnet was not like overly, furry with metal shavings on it inside the pan. So it did good. So I strategically placed them around this one, and then I gooped it up last night with the RTV and put it on. So put my oil dipstick back in there and put this header back on. And it's been probably, let's see, what time is it? Is I don't know, I guess it's a little after 1, almost 2 or so, 1:30. So it's been, let's see, I gooped this up about 6, so it's probably been about, I don't know, 17 hours since I gooped the stuff on there. So I was going to fill the oil back up and you know, go from there. But I think it says, I mean, it's the Fuji bond, it's not regular RTV, so it may not need as much. But anyhow, this is the STI oil pan on my 04, on my 99, and this one is a factory Subaru. This plug is still 17 mil, with that chintzy aftermarket one that I've got is got a 19 mil plug on it. So I don't know, maybe I can just swap plugs when I do end up using that, you know, getting a getting a magnetic one, which I'll probably pull this out because the pan that's over there has a magnetic plug. But I just wanted to make a finishing video to say that this is done. It took longer than I thought, only because I didn't know about the pickup needing to be changed as well. I thought maybe I could make it fit, but taking this off, it came off and went right back up, no problems. That was one thing I was happy with this, is that it was the ease of making this fit. I've seen other people talk about headers that are similar to this, maybe the Borla or something, maybe not even so much for this engine, but they're so hard to get them to go on. Like, you got to almost heat the metal to expand it, and this just slides off and on. This is perfect. Like, I've never, you know, it was so easy to put this one on. So I went back up last night. I'm gonna put some oil in this, and I think we're good to go. I'm driving around with this with my new pickup, oil pickup, and STI pan, and I can take my corners at, you know, 100 miles an hour. So there we go. I'll be ripping it up. But that's it. Other than doing this oil pan, that's one more thing down. I've still got to do that VTD. But I don't know. After doing this, I mean, I'm kind of right there, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't want to fool with it right now. I need to drive this to work and take a break. So Mother's Day weekend, stick around the house and hang. So that's it. This is the just a wrap-up video of getting that pan on there, and everything should be good. So peace.